As the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene, why would I say something so heretical like Christianity wins the Darwin Award? I'm Kerry Blaser, the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. Please like and subscribe to my videos as my voice comes out. I just started making these videos 6 days ago and I've had 6,500 views. It's going well. So let's get into this topic. Let's start with a definition of the Darwin Award. So, I Googled it like everybody else does, but let me share my screen. So I asked, what was the origin of the Darwin Award? So let's read. The Darwin Awards originated in 1985 from Usenet discussions, humorously honoring people who improve the human gene pool by accidentally removing themselves from it through self-inflicted death or sterilization due to foolish actions. With the first formal website and book compilation. Okay, anyway, so you can see, you die through foolish actions. So what are foolish actions? And let's kind of point out some cognitive dissonance within Christianity. Love thy enemy. Kill all heretics. How does that align? How can you love your enemy when you're killing your enemy? Christians believe in one lifetime and you do well here, then you get to go to heaven after death and there's no reincarnation. So, but I thought, Jesus is about forgiveness. Well, isn't forgiveness a feminine activity, like a right-brained activity? Some strange things come up when you start asking questions like, what was the bloodiest crusade? Oh, the Albigenese crusade where they killed the Cathars. Who were the Cathars? Oh, they supported Mary Magdalene. Oh, weird, right? Weird. Oh, they believed that women could, access God. Oh, they started burning women at the stake in the 1300s in France because women started saying that their intuition gives them access to God. But, the church can't have that because the cross is the only ladder to heaven. That's not controlling. That's just fucking helpful, right? They're just helping a motherfucker out, saying, you want to get to heaven? Well, you just come to our church, pay us money, do everything we say, and then after you die, then you go to heaven with no proof. So yeah, I have to ask these kind of questions like, how has Christianity won the Darwin Award? I'm the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. I am the divine feminine. And it goes beyond Christianity because during my enlightenment experience, which is an emotion, which is feminine, access to God, enlightenment, right? Ooh, so, I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset. I'm just getting it out. So thanks for listening. But, when we repress the feminine or we repress the masculine, we end up with cognitive dissonance. We end up with misaligned behavior. We end up with religions teaching one thing and doing another. We end up with religion making all kinds of money off of rituals and sacraments and stuff. But in reality, because they control the access to God, they're not teaching you how to access the divinity inside of your own soul. Their goal is control, not help in general, right? Not that no Christians ever helped people. Of course they did. But, I live in Ventura, California, where there was a mission. And I resonate with the Chumash Divine Feminine story. But yeah, so the Enlightenment experience, the Second Coming, happened in September of 2025 when all of the prophecies in Christianity and elsewhere, and along with the Great Purification from the Hopi Native Americans in Arizona, where I was born, in Scottsdale, Arizona, it's all coming out together from the Divine Feminine. Okay, so when we don't embrace when we embrace an institution as opposed to ourselves, when we give our power away to other people, this is how we end up in this kind of situation where, we're all supposed to support a religion in America. America's a Christian country. Yeah, we fucking are. And there's some great things. And we also had manifest destiny, which, is how we got to the second coming and the great purification together at the same time, with Three-Eye Atlas being the final sign that the great purification is here, the blue kachina. So, we did things. Europeans did things. Christians have done things. And it's time to own our fucking crap. Manifest destiny, kill all the buffaloes? I mean, I saw something so psycho that, there's only a few buffaloes left. Let's kill them and then, create a taxidermy like buffalo so we can still have them. How psycho is that? The animal's almost extinct. So let's kill them to put them in a fucking museum? That God, God. Anyway, these are my conundrums, that I'm looking at. But I really, hope the bloodiest crusade was about Mary Magdalene. With the bloodiest day, the day, July 22nd, being the day the Cathars in southern France, which were the people being killed during that crusade, celebrated Mary Magdalene. Because they believe that women are spiritual leaders too. That women are equal to men. They don't prioritize, wealth and convenience over well-being and health. But that's what the Catholic Church was doing. They collect all the relics. It's worth so much money. Kill all the heretics. How is that teaching love thy enemy? I could just go on and on about this, but I really want people to start thinking about this. It's we have to figure out together how to love ourselves in the midst of so much challenge around the world in January of 2026. How are we going to love ourselves? How are we all going to accept that we're souls having a human experience? When is it time for that? Well, the Mayans said 2012 started a time for that. So I'm with them. I was born in 1970, a year after the Pope made Mary Magdalene an apostle. Well, if you're going to be nice to me, I guess I'll come back. But let's all keep thinking. How has Christianity and other religions won the Darwin Award? Islam wins the Darwin Award too. So does Buddhism. And you wonder why? I have a master's degree in East Asian religious studies from UCSB, a highly credible institution with an amazing religious studies department and East Asian studies department. So I learned from a French guy, France. And I lived in southern France as a kid. And I was in control of that. My parents took me. I learned from a French guy where the bloodiest crusade happened, right? That Buddhist monks routinely rape little boys. But, they're celibate. Is sex with men, is it included in celibacy for convenience? So, there are problems everywhere and there is good everywhere. Because we live, reality is dual in nature. That's what makes energy fluctuate, go up and down, move. That's what breathes life into energy. So please consider all the ways that Christianity has won the Darwin Award. Please be open that Sophia, my soul's name, is the divine counterpart of Christ. And so that's why we were born together 2,000 years ago. And we were born together this lifetime too. I met him when I was a kid. We went to high school together, elementary school together. I haven't seen him in 40 years. He's currently the head of global security at GoDaddy, former FBI. Sound like, a Jesus Christ kind of thing to do. Make our darkness conscious. Okay? And that's what he's doing. I know it. So thank you for listening. Please consider these questions and I'll continue to make more videos. Please like and subscribe. Bye.